It was Valentine's Day year 1990 when Voyager 1 gave us the sweetest gift to cherish. It captured its last image known as the family portrait. Since then, its cameras have been powered down forever. And guess what?
The portrait of the planets has now been taken. And this looks like more than a dot, but it is in fact less than a pixel.
Despite being old, Voyager 1 is still kicking into a new region of a cosmic sea, the depths of interstellar space. However, its cameras were turned off 32 years ago. It must also be noted that Voyager 1 is the first image of the Earth and Moon together. Will looking through its camera's lenses again reveal an entirely new entity? What would we get to see? Well then, let's have an eye-opening conversation to answer this notion. Camera features of Voyager 1. When discussing cameras, the first thing that you may be wondering is what type of camera it is and how far in the level of clarity it can capture. But we're not talking about an ordinary camera here. We're talking about the extraordinary Voyager 1, whose capabilities surpass those of many normal cameras on Earth. This is due to the extraordinary fact that it can capture the solar system in such great detail that it amazes the human eye. But what exactly is inside Voyager 1's cameras, and why are its images of space so clear? According to the Planetary Data System, the Voyager Imaging Science subsystem is a modified version of the slow-scan Vidicon camera structure that was utilized in the earlier Mariner flights. Its system is made up of two cameras, a high-resolution narrow-angle NA camera and a lower-resolution, more sensitive wide-angle or WA camera. It is controlled by the Flight Data Subsystem, a table of imaging parameters located in one of the spacecraft computers. What's even more fascinating is that each camera is equipped with focusing and filtering optics. This enables scientists to create color images from their 8-bit grayscale captures. NASA's Voyager 1 spacecraft was launched in 1977 and reached interstellar space 35 years later. It's no wonder it has captured a lot of images that haven't been seen by humans and that have until now left us in great awe. Legendary images of Voyager 1. Now let us see and explore the wonders of the solar system through the lens of Voyager 1. We'll get to indulge yourselves in the amazing images it has captured that brought a great contribution to this day to our understanding of the universe. Here's a timeline of the photographs captured by Voyager 1. One of the milestones of Voyager 1 since the moment it was launched into outer space was its photograph of the Earth and Moon. On September 18, 1977, Voyager 1 captured the first ever image of the Earth and Moon photographed in a single frame by a spacecraft. Near Earth, the Voyager 1 was about 11.66 million kilometers or 7.25 million miles away. As seen by Voyager, the Earth is beyond the Moon at the top of the image. After that, the next milestone is the flyby to Jupiter on March 5, 1979. Voyager 1 took photos of Jupiter and two of its satellites. The low is on the left side, where in the right corner is the Europa. And speaking of Europa, did you know one of Jupiter's largest moons, Europa, sparked the interest of scientists to this day? Images taken by Voyager in 1979 support the present theory that Europa contains a subsurface ocean and is therefore an excellent area to hunt for extraterrestrial life. After Jupiter, the Voyager went on to glide down the pretty rings of Saturn. It was on November 12, 1980, when Voyager 1 made its way to Saturn. One of Saturn's smallest rings has kinks that were discovered by NASA's Voyager 1 mission. This ring was successfully captured and published at the same time on November 12, 1980. And in case you wanted to take a look at a picture that's closer, special thanks to Cassini mission. Compared to the left side taken by Voyager 1, let's take a look at the right side. It was on April 13, 2005, when NASA's Cassini mission caught a closer glimpse of what they call the F ring. Within the ring, the moon Prometheus is to the right, while the moon Pandora is to the left. Now down to the last one, which is known as the family portrait. We've showcased single and bi-partner photos of a certain planet and its moon. Well, this time, 'tis the season for a group selfie. Aside from the thought that the family portrait is the last image captured by Voyager 1, it held another significant meaning. So what is it? As an Earthling who wouldn't get sentimental over getting a picture of the entire solar system, in this wide universe we're living in, circulating in the same orbital plane around the Sun with these planets is a definition of family. So what's more to this photo? The first ever picture of the solar system captured by Voyager 1 includes this close-up, color view of the Earth. Approximately 32 degrees above the ecliptic, and at a distance of more than 6 billion kilometers or 4 billion miles from Earth, the spacecraft collected a total of 60 frames for a mosaic of the solar system. It is indeed a collection that needs to be treasured. Now that Voyager 1 is wandering to depths of the unknown, I guess there are no longer selfies and groupies for us to see. On February 17, 1998, Voyager 1 became the farthest man-made object in space when it passed Pioneer 10 on the way out of the solar system. And as of today, Voyager 1 lies in the vastness of space, more than 23.8 billion kilometers or more than 14.8 billion miles away from Earth. But before it stopped sending images back to Earth, indeed it has served its purpose by capturing images of the cosmos, which have helped us see a lot more than what our human eyes have seen. Why did they turn off its cameras? Since its cameras can produce images much faster than they can transmit data, the signal from the Vidicon camera is stored on magnetic tapes. This data builds up over time and can be transmitted whenever Voyager 1 has a good line of communication with Earth. You may be wondering why the people behind Voyager 1 decided to turn it off permanently instead of waiting for it to run out of battery. To answer this, we need to look at when and where Voyager 1 took its last picture. The famous pale blue dot image was taken from a point in space 6 billion kilometers or about 3.7 billion miles from Earth. At this point, Voyager 1 was so far away that everything appeared as a tiny dot. It was also heading on a path that would eventually make it through discovering beyond the heliosphere and reaching interstellar space. So in order to know when this happened, the team prioritized the instruments that would detect the interstellar plasma. But Voyager 1 is quite old at this point, and it still has decades to go before reaching interstellar space. As a result, the spacecraft engineers decided to turn off the cameras in order to save power and memory. For the instruments expected to detect the newly charged particle environment of interstellar space. In short, its cameras were intentionally turned off so that Voyager 1 has more time to finish its interstellar journey. What if they make the cameras functional again? Knowing that it's still operating and that its cameras seem to be just sleeping, scientists and space enthusiasts have been wondering. The biggest question is, what would happen if one day its eyes will open again? Considering how much Voyager 1 has contributed to the study of space by offering important photos of what the universe is like out there, just like of the images it could take right now if it were back in operation. So here's the answer to the most awaited question. Can Voyager 1's cameras be turned back on? The answer to this is yes, but there's no assurance that it'll function exactly as it did before. Besides, due to Voyager's interstellar mission, turning it on is not a top priority. After Voyager 1 took its last image, the cameras were turned off to save power and memory.
We would not have enough power to turn those instruments back on at this point. So, no, we cannot provide any more images.
Its mission for now is not to capture photographs anymore. At this moment, it functions as an instrument to detect the newly charged particle environment of interstellar space. That's why mission managers removed the software from both spacecraft that control the cameras. There are no longer any computers on Earth that can comprehend software and evaluate photos. Moreover, the heaters and cameras have been subjected to extremely chilly conditions in the furthest limits of our solar system for years. So even if mission managers recreated the computers on Earth, reloaded the software into the spacecraft, and were able to turn the cameras back on, it's still not guaranteed that the cameras would work. Besides, you wouldn't love to see the ambience of where Voyager 1 is. It is dark, and who knows if a creepy unknown creature might just dangle to its lenses. While you could still see some brighter stars and some of the planets with the cameras, you can actually see these stars and planets better with amateur telescopes on Earth. That's why it's safe to say that we can no longer see space through the eyes of Voyager 1. However, it is not something to be sad about because we know that Voyager 1 is up for a greater mission. Despite all of this, it's fascinating to think of how Voyager 1's contributions to science helped lay the groundwork for future discoveries. During its time, it helped us see what the world outside our beloved home looked like. It's even more fascinating to know that it's now marking its venture into interstellar space. Well, who knows what lies ahead for Voyager 1? Pertaining to this, there's a video that you don't want to miss. Now that Voyager 1 is in the depths of the unknown, you might be interested in this strange phenomenon. To know more about this, kindly watch this video entitled, What Happened to Voyager 1? What did it find? The venture of Voyager 1 is not finished yet. It's only the beginning of something both exciting and frightening.